Hello and welcome. I'm so glad that you could join with me today. We'll pull some cards for the collective and see what messages Spirit has for us. I'm definitely getting a lot of intense energy coming through. See what we have here today. Oh, we have all kinds of information here coming through. It seems as though we have been very much working diligently to manifest. We are ready to see the magic start to happen for us again. We have recognized that there is hope for what it is that we are seeking. I'm getting for a lot of you that you are feeling very hopeful and optimistic that there may be a reconnection with an individual that you care about deeply. And in some cases, it may be that we have this Father of Swords energy. Um, he is not necessarily going to be really particularly great at expressing himself. And the roles may be reversed here. It may be that you yourself have not been good at expressing yourself in the past. And yet, there is a security here, there is a safety here. This is not someone that you feel any doubt towards. You understand that this person has dealt with a lot in their lives, but at the same time, they have worked very hard to overcome a lot of this, and you as well. And this combination of this energy has brought a different kind of opportunity forward. So you're really hopeful and optimistic about the possibilities of what could lie in the future. You know that you have to bring all of your best qualities to the table, though. The work that you've done, you can't let that go. You can't let that slide now. This has been what has brought forth all of this consistent energy, and the actual act of it coming into fruition is because of your consistency. Now, it's very easy for us to become overwhelmed emotionally when things don't necessarily go the way that we want them to. We cannot control the nature of these things. In fact, we're going to have some interference. We're going to have some karmic, some third parties that are going to try to cast some negativity this way. They're going to try to interfere. They're going to try to affect the energy of the situation at hand. We know how to handle that instability. We know that we have to just kind of remove ourselves from the situation. And in doing so, we just kind of allow the space for it to dissipate and without giving it any fuel. So as much as we love the passion involved, we know that with that passion also comes other intense reactions. He's not good at expressing himself, or you are not good at expressing yourself. So there's going to be some confusion about what's occurring when that individual has to pull back to address that situation, when they have to process their emotions in that situation. But this is a naturally sentimental type person. They just aren't necessarily good at sharing it. So they've had some difficulties in the past with that. They have some major trust issues. I'm getting some major trust issues, feeling very strongly that they want to be able to share with you, but there's a little bit of pride in the way still. And with that pride, of course, comes a little bit of hesitance. They're wanting to reach out and not entirely sure how to go about doing that. They're worried that there is some interference or some karmic energy that will be residual, that will affect the connection. And so it's in our best interest at this point to really focus on these two cards, right? We can't place expectations on the situation. We can't put timing on the situation. All we can do is say, I want to be in that place that I've worked so hard to be. I want to remain consistent. I want to remain emotionally stable. I want to remain independent, and I want to maintain my level of trust. Um, and I know that these things have guided me in all of these ways. I've been rolling on my own for a while now, and I know that I am all of these wonderful things. I am consistently manifesting what I desire. I am consistently showing up for myself, doing the healing work. I am consistently remaining in that same state of grace that I've always been in, only now I'm so much better at maintaining it. Now I have the practice. Now I have the skills. And now I know what it is that is my natural state. And I'm very comfortable in that place. I'm very happy in that place. So you want to focus on remaining in that place. There's no need for us to change what we've been doing, to extend ourselves in any way. We don't want to bend over backwards. Now, for some of you, I'm getting that our karmic third is actually this individual. They tend to be a little bit distracting. They tend to have a little bit of a natural tendency to want attention. And they seem very emotionally open, and except you start to realize that um, they are a little bit chaotic in their lives. And so you consistently fall back to this energy that has always attracted you, that always made you feel safe and secure, that always made you feel the kinds of feelings that you had wanted to, that you were manifesting in your life. It's a little bit complicated here because spirit wants you to know that it is always your choice. Like, this isn't something that you have to question. Um, what's right for me. Um, you have the power to balance this energy if you want to, if that's what feels right for you. But I'm getting very strongly that ultimately what you knew was right for you, what felt right for you, was this King of Swords, this Father of Swords energy, because of how consistent and stable and strong it was, because our king had gone through all of these struggles and difficulties and had worked so hard to overcome it. You know, he does not necessarily express himself in the same way that we have this other individual expressing himself, and yet we can feel what he's feeling. We can feel what he really means when he does speak up or when he does express himself. So we have to step back and look at our choices, and we have to step back and recognize that it's us ultimately that is drawing this energy in, and it's going to be more obvious to us uh, which one makes the most sense and which one feels the most natural and consistent when we consistently focus on ourselves. Because ultimately, we're drawing in that twin flame energy. We're using our experiences in the past, realizing that when we took the focus off of ourselves, that's when things kind of started to go a little haywire. Get back in touch with the self. Stay focused on the self. Don't allow any of these distractions to change who you are. And you'll see what fits right will stay there, and then what doesn't fit will fall away. We've got some really beautiful cards here. We've got our clarity. I feel like that comes forward after this first video and kind of just brings it home even more. It says planning and releasing illusion. So there's this tendency um, to delve into fantasy, to hope that things will work out and it'll just be just like this. And if we try to push too hard our own narrative on the situation, we find ourselves perhaps being disappointed. And so what spirit is asking us to do instead is to focus on releasing any expectations and ideas of the upcoming scenarios, anything that's being played over and over in your head, you need to let that go. Instead, approaching as we are just observing from a place of just taking in truth, allowing the other party, the other situation to just kind of clear and see what is really truly there, what feels right, what feels clear. Now, with this one, our shamanic journey, we have been working very hard to maintain this sense of self, to become more connected with the self. And in this, we have started to receive visions. I'm getting for a lot of you, these visions have been almost unsettling in the way that they feel very real. And so with this, we are starting to feel as though I feel like a lot of you have been doing a lot to detox your bodies, detox your mind. You've been eliminating all of these extra distractions. You have been trying to eat better. You maybe quit smoking, you stop drinking or cut back in drinking in order to help purify your mind, purify your body. And with that, it's really helped you start to feel more in truly in tune with the self. And this is kind of our key to staying in touch with the self. Now, with this koi spirit, we have this, there's always enough. I'm getting that there is question and doubt of whether or not things will come to fruition the way that you had hoped. There is a lot of kind of almost feels like it could turn into a desperation if you're not very careful with that energy. So Spirit wants to remind you with this card, what's meant for you is yours. What's meant for you will work out for you. And if that doesn't work out for you, there's more. There's another situation, there's another individual that will align with you. So you don't have to feel that desperation or that need for things to be the way that you want them to. We don't have to fall into this pattern of fantasy and delusion. We can stay very, very in touch with ourselves and say, is this going to work for me or is it not? Because if it's not, there's more. And Spirit says it's not just even that there's more, it's that there's more than enough. There's someone for me, there's someone for you. All of our partnerships have evolved purely because it matches frequency. And if there is a mismatch in frequency, Spirit will find that match in frequency for you. If you find yourself circling back to an individual or a situation, what you're finding is that when you are in alignment, that's when you feel connected to that situation or individual. That doesn't mean that's the only option. It doesn't mean that's the only situation for you. So you don't have to cling to it. We don't have to put any expectations on it. We don't want to be disappointed. Instead, what we want to do is just see things for what they truly are. See if it's what we truly wanted. Is that what we were envisioning? Is that what we feel for ourselves that's right? Is that what feels most in tune with our true self, our true nature, now that we've shed all of these extra things, now that we've gotten rid of any expectations, we've gotten rid of that desperation. We have worked very diligently on our own health and happiness, and we're striving to maintain that with balance. So with that balance, just knowing that Spirit's not going to align with you with something that isn't for you, that isn't right for you. There's plenty out there though too. So you can just feel confident in knowing that everything is playing out exactly the way it needs to, that you can trust it, that you can feel confident and comfortable, that you can relax, you can take some deep breaths, go back to what you were working on. And if you're getting ideas of doubt, if you're getting questions and they don't feel like they're truly in tune with reality, we want to just kind of let those go and say, I don't want to go down that road. I don't want to think like that. Instead, what I want to think is that Spirit has aligned me with what is for me, And there is more than enough. And I feel so confident in knowing that whether or not this situation pans out, I'm still me. I'm still enough. I'm still wonderful. I'm still going to feel beautiful. I'm still going to have all that love coming into my life. None of that is going to change. There's more coming for you, and there's more than enough for us. But we don't need to grasp onto these things that aren't necessarily real, or have these expectations, or kind of play out these scenarios in our head, only to discover later that they can really throw us off course, and they can pull us away from who we truly are. Let's stay in touch with who we truly are. Let's trust spirit. Trust yourself. So we have another threefold here. We've got healing chaos. Inner earth, you're going to survive this. There's new solutions and beginnings and happiness. That being happy means that we are on the right path. This is a work in progress for us. This has not been easy journey by any means. We have bounced back and forth between different situations, and only to realize that we were kind of spiraling out of control at one point, and it's come to our attention, and we've been working very hard at kind of pulling it all back into the self. With the chaos, what we realize is that this is actually a combination of um, thoughts that aren't based in reality, interpretations of situations, other people's projections. And so when we start to feel as though the mind is racing and things are pulling all over the place, and we're feeling scattered, and we're feeling like we don't necessarily know if what we feel is real, that we can come back into tune with the self. We can pull back into this inner earth and realize that there are new beginnings ahead for us. There is an opportunity for solution or resolution here. It may not necessarily look as though you thought it was going to look. It will feel the way you want it to feel, though. It feels like when we are happy, when we are celebrating ourselves, when we are in alignment, when we are doing the things that we need to be doing, when we're focused on prioritizing the self first, that everything else starts to go right. And when, I mean, it's even the little things, to where you pull it and your favorite parking space is open. You had the exact amount of change in your pocket. The favorite thing that you wanted was on sale. You baked that pie and it came out so perfect. You've never had it come out so perfect. But you've started to realize that when you focus on bringing all the chaos within, and just kind of getting in touch with your real feelings, and to processing those feelings inside, that it feels a lot more stable and consistent around us. Our joy is what makes us shine. Our joy is what draws the right situations, the right people, the right timing to us. So we don't want to think about uh, difficulties in terms of, well, I don't know how I'm going to overcome this, or I don't want this in my life. Instead, what we're thinking about is, this is what I want. This is a solution. This is what will work for me. Not, I can't deal with this anymore, but this is what I can do. This is who I am. This feels right to me. This is a way that will work out. And as we focus on these solutions and new beginnings and new opportunities, we find that all that chaos starts to calm down. We don't have those extra thoughts spinning around wildly in our mind anymore, pulling our heart center off and making it difficult to feel stable and consistent. When we're focused on the things that we want, we start to feel really good about the way things are going. And when we feel really good about the way things are going, really good things start happening for us. Really good things are aligning for us. Our happiness, our self prioritizing is the focus here. It's making sure that you are good, making sure that you are where you need to be and how you need to feel, and everything else that's meant for you falls into place at that time. There's never going to be a situation that you being at your worst is going to draw in exactly what you needed at that time. It's going to draw in a lesson. It's not what you wanted. We want to focus instead on what makes me feel good. What would give me the most joy that I can do for myself right now? And if you find yourself feeling chaos and feeling as though things are spiraling out of control, find a way to get some centering. Go ground yourself. Get in the shower, let the water wash away the stress, let those thoughts go with it down the drain. Bring back that solution centered mindset that what works for me? What can I do about this situation? What do I want out of this situation? What feels right for me? Then we're going to find our spirits lifting and we're feeling so much better. And that's when the things start falling into place. So if you've been on your healing journey for some time, you realize that the better you feel, the more good things happen. That's the language of the universe. It's gratitude. Happiness is a form of gratitude. Being happy and loving your life and doing what makes you happy and taking care of yourself, that is a gratitude. That is a thank you for existence. I am grateful to be here. And I'm showing that I'm grateful to be here by taking care of myself. And when I take care of myself, I feel really good. And when I feel really good, good things show up for me. Good things seem possible. All the possibilities have lined up in front of me. That's because you prioritize the self. Heaven and hell exist within us. And it's what aspects we want to focus on that determine how we feel and how we present ourselves to the rest of the world. And that is how the universe sees us. That is the energy that's drawn to us. So if you've been not feeling in alignment, you need to focus on what it is that's going to make you happy. If you've been in alignment and you've been feeling happy and things are coming to you and they're revealing themselves to you, then you know that you have been true to yourself and you can continue on that. You don't need to change or detour this or do anything else. Just stay focused on what you want. Stay focused on what makes you happy, feeling good, and what's meant for you will arrive as a thank you gift from the universe. Thank you for loving you. Thank you for being focused on you. Thank you for healing all of that within you. And now I have even more for you because that's the language I speak is gratitude. So gratitude to gratitude, happiness to happiness. Stay focused on the self. Thank you for joining with me today. If you're looking for personal guidance, I'm more than happy to do so on a donation basis. So please reach out if you're interested. Thank you.